today about transforming the norm, about creating an environment where your chain gang members become chief paradise officers. This concept all came full circle to me about 2 years ago. I was in Asheville, North Carolina at a mini family reunion, and my niece Mariah was teaching the yoga class. And if you've ever done yoga, you know at the end you lie down on your back in Shavasana, and it is a dreamy time because you never knew it could be so hard to stand perfectly still in a yoga class. So I'm lying on the ground and I'm looking at the sky that looked like this. It was a gorgeous day. Taking that deep breath. And Mariah says, as you finish up your yoga practice, be intentional about the person that you want to be for the rest of the day. Such a simple idea, but the light bulbs were like going off in my head. I thought, that's it. Everybody I work with, all of you, myself, every one of us, every day when we wake up, when we put our foot on the ground, we kind of get to choose who we want to be that day, right? We have the privilege of choosing that. Now, I get that that is easier said than done. And I had to learn that lesson myself in 2008 when I was diagnosed with ovarian cancer. The wow was that it was stage 1, which doesn't always happen with ovarian cancer. And that was a pretty huge wow from my perspective. But the pow was a surgical mistake that led to additional surgeries and pain and aggravation that was even worse than the chemo itself. But you're looking at this picture and I'm smiling, right? And you're thinking, why is Vicki smiling during chemo? The answer to that is because of Bunny and Mary. Bunny and Mary were my infusion nurses. And Bunny and Mary came to work living the values of the organization that they worked for. Bunny and Mary took such good care of me that I would smile during one of the worst things that's happened to me in my life, chemotherapy. And what I've realized recently is that Bunny and Mary were living their life's purpose, and they were being supported by people just like you who were living your life's purpose. And their boss and their boss's boss and all the people in the supporting departments were all contributing to Mary and Bunny's experience at work so that they could contribute to my experience. It was a whole bunch of norm that was being transformed. And just shy of 1 year after my last chemo treatment, not long after I turned 50 years old, I crossed the finish line of my first Iron Girl triathlon. Thank you. Thank you. And you might think it was the cancer that transformed my norm, but it was crossing the finish line of this race that made me a different person. And I might have been physically crossing the finish line, but do you know who I felt right next to me? Mary and Bunny. And everybody that supported them. It was almost like this collective community was kind of lifting me up and helping me put one foot in front of the other. So the next time you're up late at night after you put your kids to bed answering emails, or you're sitting at your desk eating like peanut butter crackers for lunch, or you're thinking, why am I in this horrible meeting? And you're starting to wonder, is this POW really worth all the time and trouble? I hope that you'll think about the people that you're lifting up and the people whose norm you're transforming by showing up at work and living your life's purpose. And really focusing in on knowing that you've got the power. And I really hope that this is going to be playing in your head while you're sitting there. Nice, nice. Thank you. I will see you in professional paradise. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Thank you.